on, guys? Ooh, voice crack though. Juju here, and welcome back for another Java programming tutorial. And in this, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to go ahead and do a project. What this project is a peer-to-peer server. And so in this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what a peer-to-peer server is. Basically, it is not like when I say server, you probably think something a little different than I do. But basically, a peer-to-peer server means it's one machine talking to another. And what each machine has, it has a listener, or you could call it a server. And this server goes ahead and talks to the receiver. And so then the receiver gives this information to the machine to process. And then the user can go ahead and send more, data back to the receiver, in which then it is processed by the machine. And I think I drew these arrows a little high because the receiver doesn't directly go ahead and talk to the server. It actually has no influence. So server goes to the receiver, receiver to machine, and then machine goes to the server. Because the machine will, when you type on your keyboard, it will process that data over to the server, and then it will send it to the receiver, which goes back to machine 1. And what's good about a peer-to-peer server is that it's only the pros of it is that it's very easy to code, and it's not very hard, and you don't need that many threads. However, for multiple, so server to peer, which is basically it's when one machine is connected to a bunch of machines. So like if you think of a Minecraft server, that server is ran on a machine, but it is connected to multiple receivers. And so that is how that's a different thing, but this is the basic layout, and it's not hard to alter this layout to make it a server to peer layout. Well, let's see how we're doing for time. Okay, we're 3 minutes in. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and begin. First thing we want to do is create a package. And what a package is, it's basically a way of organizing your classes. And so they're really just like folders. So I'm going to go ahead and type jujino.ptp for mine. You can go ahead and type your own name, or just leave it in the default package like we usually do. And I'm going to go ahead and type finish. And I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to call this PTP client. And it is going to have a static, and I did not select comments yet. I always get them. And we're going to import a few basic things. And so what we're going to import, it might seem a bit new to you, and that's the point of this, is so we can go over on how we can apply socketry and so on and so forth. But the terms you're familiar may not be familiar to you. That's okay, I'll be going over them later. So let's go ahead and import. The first one is import.io, and it is data input stream, and another one is the data output stream. Another one would be java.util.scanner. What else are we going to need? Oh, we're going to need server socket and normal socket. Alrighty. So, okay, you can also just hit Control-Shift-O and it'll organize them, but you'll actually need for, the reason why it erased all mine is because I don't actually have it there. However, if I had declared it private scanner X and it went like that and I press Control-Shift-O in Eclipse, it'll automatically add it. In case you didn't know that, just a little helpful tip if you are, my clip, I didn't copy that. Whoopsie. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and also, let's go ahead and create a scanner. And we can set this because this will only be scanning the input of what they type. Another one we're going to need is the server socket. I'm going to call it SS, but we don't know its value quite yet. We're going to need a normal socket, I think. Yeah, we are. Just in case, private data input stream, and I'm going to call this input stream, and I'm going to set, actually I should set all of these to null now that I think about it, just so that we can check whether for cleanup, whoops, this is an output stream. Alrighty. And so, and we're probably going to need a port. I'm going to set my port to 2231. Okay. Now, what we're going to be using the X, the scanner, for checking what the users type. So, I should actually clear my console here. Sorry about that. So, we're going to be using the scanner to scan the user's input, and we're going to be using a server socket if this is going to be the server. We're going to be using a normal socket in case this is going, well, we need it for server or for peer, so it doesn't matter. And basically what this is that a server socket waits for a computer to connect to it, and when you're the server, you grab the socket. So when they connect to you, you can go ahead and use that same socket to open an input and output stream. And what these streams are is input is used for, well, you guessed it, getting a stream for receiving data, as output is a stream for giving data. And the port here is a value that we can, for those who don't know what a port is, it's basically, if you think of a docking station, and port would be where you have to dock your boat. And so you can't, without that address, you wouldn't be able to connect. However, I hope due to Minecraft, most people know what ports are now, but just in case, I went ahead and threw that out there. I believe we're running low on time now, so I'm going to continue this in the next tutorial. If you found this useful, go ahead and give it a like. This was Juju, and hope to see you in the next tutorial.